XO babies, this is your girl XOXO Nay, and today I'm here with my first fight story time. So we gonna get into it, but before we do, just make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications so y'all can get notified every time I post a new video. And with no further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm gonna start previously, like a little further back, into what led up to my first fight. So what we gonna call this girl? We could call her Streck. Y'all, that girl was built like a man. That girl was built like a man. We gonna call her Streck. And basically, Streck had been picking on me for years, y'all. She had been picking on me for years, but it was more so because I wasn't necessarily a fighter. Like, how can I put it? I was a fighter behind my siblings, but I wasn't, rowdy. I wasn't rowdy. So Streck had decided that, she wanted to target me because I was locked in with the popular girls and Streck wanted to be a part. Again, Streck was built like a man. You couldn't, I don't want to say that, but like,
it ain't going, nah.
Y'all get it. So, yeah, Streck, she kept on trying to pick with me. And for years on end, she was picking with me. And, like, we would always argue, but she never did nothing. And, like, I always used to test her gangster. I'm not going to lie. Like, she would say little stuff. I'd be like, you won't. Like, she'll be like, I slept out you. I'd be like, you won't. I do this. You won't. Streck, come get me. Come here, mama. But she was never on that. So then, a couple of weeks before our fight, she started getting really bold, y'all. Streck, she had people calling my folks. Streck, she had people coming to my crib. I'm just like, when she get like this? Like, when she ever got that bold, you feel me? And so, she had people coming to my crib. She had people calling my folks. She had, prior she told me she was going to spit on me. The rage that ran through my body, y'all. She said she was going to hawk spit on me at that.
What? Oh, no. See, that's what we not better do.
The rage that ran through my body. But I still managed to let her have it. So, the day before the fight, I low-key had it in my mind that I was going to fight her the next day. Because the day before the fight, she was popping it, y'all. But, she was popping it like no other. It was like no other. I don't know where this hat came from. I don't know what new version, what new side of her, aroused. I don't know if she had got a boyfriend or something, or if she was just mad that the girl I was still choosing me. So eventually, the day of the fight had came, and that whole morning, Streck was, just talking her stuff. I'm just like, okay, I gotta wait for the perfect time. I'm just like, okay, it's too early. It's too early to be fighting now. And lunch wasn't until I'm gonna say 1 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock. Lunch wasn't until then. Mind you, we was in middle school. So lunch not being until then, I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna let her have it. I'm gonna let her keep popping it. I feel like she should have caught on when I just wasn't saying nothing. She was just popping it. I just all right. Okay. You got it. Next thing I know, we going down to lunch. And Streck, again, trying to be a part. Our lunchroom was like a cafeteria, but it was also a gym, if that makes sense. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. But basically, it was like a big old gym, and during gym time, they would put all the tables up and off to the sides. Everybody would play at gym. And then when lunchtime would happen, everybody would put the tables back down and we'll sit around and eat. But we had circular tables at this time. Did I say turbo? It don't matter. We had circular tables at this time, and it was 8 to a table. It was 4 on one side, 4 on the other side, circular tables. So me and my whole friend group, we sitting there. I didn't make it downstairs yet, but you know how y'all all got assigned, y'all low-key got assigned seats. Y'all assign yourselves seats at lunch. Why I come downstairs and this girl is sitting in my seat?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I don't know if it's because I was quiet that she thought that she could really play with. She was doing the utmost these last couple weeks. So then eventually I go over there. I'm like, baby, you got to get up. Like, you know, and my whole friend group start, you know, coming like, baby, girl, just get up. It's not that deep, blah, 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 all that. And then luckily my other friend had, not luckily, but luckily my other friend had to go to the office because I don't know if she was in trouble or something. I don't remember that. But she had to go up to the office. They had called her to the office. So she go up there. So Strat come and sit in her seat, which was directly across from mine, y'all. So Strat get to staring at me. I don't know why she picking. But mind you, and I got my book bag still. Hold on. And we just gonna put that out there. So, what's it called? Strat, she's staring at me. So I get to staring back. Like, let me tell you something. One thing about it, if you start staring at me, I'll stare back. So, we having a little stare off. Eventually, she stopped staring at me. So I'm like, oh, all right. And you know, I'm coloring. I start coloring back. You know, we all coloring at lunch. So, she get to throwing markers at me.
Just fed the fuck up. I can't take another minute of this bullshit.
I'm going to get this girl. I'm going to mop her. I'm going to walk the floor. Because when did you get like this? You're a buster. You was never on that. Like, let's keep it a bean. And if we keep it in a bean, you always was getting beat up. Like, what were you thinking? So she threw the markers at me. I'm just like, okay. So lunch wraps up, and I know y'all, it's probably like I'm letting her get too far, but I had the whole plan up in my head. Like, so lunch wraps up. We on our way up the stairs. Mind you, we walking from the basement to the 5th floor. And you know, usually you out of breath. But we walking from the basement to the 5th floor. She trying to argue with me. So I'm just like, hold on. I rush up to that 5th floor. I take my book bag and everything off. I wrap my hair up in my bun. Like, well, let me not put, my bun wasn't up here. My bun was back here. You know, I'm being a little smart. So I wrap my hair up in my bun. What's it called? Put my stuff on my seat. And I wait for her to come in the classroom, right? So Strat come in the classroom on her rowdy, rah. And I'm just like, this is what I like. That's what I like. So she set her stuff down and all of that. And I think she thought that she was about to sit down in her seat. I straight called her. I said, Strat. I said, if you want to run it, come around these desks. And, bro, Strat came around them desks. When I tell y'all, I beat Strat behind. Like, Strat, all I remember is I hit Strat 3 times. I don't remember how many other. I hit Strat 3 times and Strat body collapsed. I blacked after that. When I came back in, I was on top of Strat, punching this girl in her face. I'm just like haymaker type tip, right? And then I black again. When I come back into realization, y'all, why is 8 people pulling me off of Strat? One of them being one of the staff members I call mom, right? So they pulling me off Strat, and I'm just like, I'm on some, yeah, like, you thought it was sweet. You thought you was going, like, I'm really going at her, and I don't care. So my mom is like, come on, baby, like, come on, sweetie, blah, blah, blah. So we walking down a stairway. Me and my mom, we walking down a stairway because she was one of the people who broke up the fights, like she was a staff member. And so we walking down the hallway. Not down the hallway. I'm sorry, y'all. We walking down the steps, and she like, yeah, you see, I let you get your hits in, blah blah blah, cause she been picking with you, and I've been seeing that you've been. I'm like, yeah, like you seen that, like y'all seen that, everybody's seen that. I just walked you, like, you feel me? So I get downstairs in the office, y'all. I'm learning the information. I'm learning I gave this girl 2 black eyes. I did not know that I did all that, but I had gave that girl 2 black eyes. And so her father had came in there, and mind you, I'm in the office, I'm sitting on a bench. As soon as you walk in the office, the 2 benches are like off to the sides, and then it's the main front desk, you know? And so I'm sitting on the bench. Mind you, he go in a little conference room, he see his daughter's face. Why he come out and start trying to fight me, y'all? But luckily little old me was never scared. So I'm like, what? Like, I'm screaming. I'm like, I'm on whatever you want. But all the staff member grabbing a daddy, and it's just like I know I was a little, but like, I didn't care. Like, whatever happened was going to happen. It was going to be what it was. So they grabbing the daddy, whatever or not. And I'm like, I just beat your daughter up. You got bigger fish to fry. You got bigger problems on your hand. You're sitting over here trying to argue with me. Like, I'm really going at this man. And I'm like, is she ugly? Like, I was giving his daughter to work when I was talking to him. You feel me? And so he wanted me suspended. But I also had this other staff member who was like an auntie. Her name was Miss W. And Miss W, she had a lot of status in the school. And she was real, like, she was cool with my mom. And she knew that the girl was picking on me. Like, everybody was peeping it, right? So they was just like, no, you're not suspending her. Like, Miss W was like, you're not suspending her. If you suspend JB, you got to suspend Streck too. And I'm just like, telling Miss W, like, the queen, you feel me? Like, telling Miss W. And yeah, so she telling them that. And the dad was so upset. And I didn't end up getting suspended. However, I don't know. Does that count as suspension? I didn't end up getting suspended. Like, I was able to come to school, but that next day, I just didn't go to class. I was just in a room with Streck. Like, I don't know why they thought that was going to work, but I was in a room with Streck, and Streck, her eyes just black and swollen. I don't know why they sent her back to school looking like that either. Y'all dead wrong. If y'all ever watch this video, y'all are dead wrong. But yeah, they sent her back to school. And so we both sitting in the room. She's sitting at a table a while, like, away from me. And I'm back in the drawing. I'm coloring again, you know, chilling. Because it's like, you bet you're not going to do nothing now. Like, I'm not worried about you. I just treated you yesterday. You probably do want your leg back, though. But what's the cause? Yeah, I'm coloring. But you know how you feel somebody staring at you? Yo, while I look up, she giving me the meanest death stare I have ever witnessed, y'all. Streck is staring at me like she want something up. And I'm just like, I will feel the same way you feel. But she never did nothing really. And then she just kept trying to be my friend afterwards. And when we got to high school, she ended up going to school around the corner from me. And I was cool with people that she was cool with. But at the time, I didn't even know she was cool with them. Y'all, Streck started really trying to be my friend. Actually, she started acting like she was stepping for me. I'm just like, I still know you a weirdo. Like, I still know you a weirdo. Because this was the first year of me getting into high school. You didn't grow that much. Like, so, I don't know if Streck grew now. I hope they nicer. And I hope that they look better. Because from what I recall, Streck never had that glow up. Streck always looked the same. Like I said previously, Streck was ugly and built like a man. If I'm not mistaken, Streck is still built like a man. But my heart goes out to her. I'm sorry that she had to endure such a... I'm not sorry. Streck, you need to... I hope you learned your lesson. I hope you're not out here bullying nobody else. Yeah, and that's just that on that. But anyways, that was my story time on my first fight. And yeah, let me know if y'all want more story times. And again, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on my post notifications, and let's just get it going. Let's start going live. All right, XOXO. One.